I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And she's like, turn this way, best friend. And I was like, that's really weird that you would
That's
say
your
best
line.
friend. Yeah.
She stole your
And
line.
yeah. And this guy's crazy. I was like, because I have videos. That's how I open up every video. She's like, I'll be honest with you, I Googled you before you walked in.
Oh, she did.
So you had a stalker, Brian.
That is awesome.
Hello, my friends.
Thank you for joining us for the PEBCAK Podcast, a weekly information security show featuring all around good people. It is week 34 of 2025. I'm Chris Lloyd, and happy September. It's hard to believe we're almost 3/4 of the way through 2025. With me, we have my co-host, Havoc the Mouthpiece, who will be joining me for a webinar for the very last time this week.
The very last time for this webinar, I'm sure we'll round the wagons and do something else that's a little bit more beneficial to our time.
At least you're getting invited to webinars. You should be proud of that.
Indeed. You're not invited anymore, Glenn? They don't want you?
No, not to your webinars.
What's weird is I don't mind doing the webinars. I actually the whole reason why I'm ducking out on this one is like you can pull the engagement, we'll call it pipeline, stage 1, stage 3 pipeline that's generated from these things. I'm like, this one generated, like we did 2 or 3 of them last year, it generated nothing, right? And it's such a in the weeds, it's just not worth the effort, right? Because I'm taking a day away from traveling to do this, and
The squeeze is not worth the juice. Just say it, Brian.
yes, the juice is not worth the squeeze. But Savage can do it from now on since he likes doing things that are pointless.
And he has a whiteboard. And as you can tell, we have Glenn Medina back this week after he got violent food poisoning. So welcome back, Glenn.
I did. I wasn't feeling so well last week, so I don't know what happened, but way
You
better.
look 10 pounds lighter, buddy.
Yeah, I
It's all the
probably
vomiting.
Yeah, wasn't good.
Then his inability to eat solid food.
Yeah, no, that's a different issue, right? So it's just compounding itself right now. I'm just withering away. So
Our guest this week is the returning Macho Man, Scott Savage. I don't think I saw you the entire time we were in Vegas together.
Because he wasn't there.
Because I wasn't there.
You weren't
Yeah.
there
So,
because
indeed.
he was at Caesars gambling his check away.
I don't gamble. If you knew me,
Yeah.
He was
All
at
right.
MGM, not Caesars.
Okay.
We support MGM.
All right. Whatever.
Welcome, Scott. That explains why I did not see you all week.
This whole time he was looking for you. Thought you ducked out on him on purpose. Just blew his mind away.
I
He was doing
didn't
his
go because I
nails.
knew you were going to be there.
It is pretty crazy, though. We had like 3,000 people there, and I think on the bus ride over from the airport, they chartered the buses. Like, there's probably 75 people on the bus. I didn't know a single person on the bus. Like, we've
They
gotten
chartered
that
buses
big.
from the airport? Really? To go or to come back? I mean,
Oh.
to arrive.
Arriving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bro,
Wow.
there's 8,000 of us now, and 3,000 part of go-to-market. Well, 2,999 now that Scott didn't show up. But
Well, some people got a nice limo. Some people didn't, right? So
It's
yeah,
true.
definitely don't know anyone like that. That'd be crazy.
Most of us had to ride the bus. Well, combined, we have decades of information security experience here, not just to educate, but to entertain. We've got 4 awesome stories this week, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This week, we're going to talk about a pair of Microsoft stories. For our third topic, stock fraud, and close with Fifi talk.
Like a pocket Fifi?
The Fifi.
Oh, okay. The Fifi.
The Fifi.
the fee. Okay.
Is that like a
Interesting.
lafufu?
You went there. So
For our first topic, Microsoft took the unprecedented move to cut off Chinese firms from their Microsoft Advanced Protection Program, or MAPP. Our employer Zscaler and many other cybersecurity firms participate in the early access program to get notified of upcoming patches to Microsoft software in order to prepare signature updates to be ready to launch on Patch Tuesday. However, the recent SharePoint bug that was widely exploited by China is believed to have been leaked from a Chinese firm participating in that MAPP program. And it's not the first time it has happened. A few years ago, something very similar happened with an on-prem Exchange bug, and it ended up getting widely exploited by China after Microsoft disclosed it to MAPP program members. Microsoft did not single out the country of China, but they did update their policy to not share early disclosures or provide proof of concept code to any company that resides in a country with a government-run mandatory vulnerability disclosure program. And there's only one country that does that.
So how long do you think until China presses them, gets their way? Do you think they got the kind of clout there?
They might, yeah. They say, put us back in or we got to cut off your access here. They can strong arm them.
Yeah, I mean, they're already running their data centers inside the government-sanctioned ones, right?
Yeah, they're all in 21 Bionet.
At what point does the company go, it's just not worth it. I don't care how much revenue is sitting there. It's just not worth it. And let's just pack up all our bags. Like every company out there, just pack up their bags and just leave China alone. You think that's possible?
Facebook, Meta. Yeah. Well, Meta is Facebook. So yeah, Google, Meta. What are the other ones that are not allowed? There's Snap. There's tons of companies that said, oh, Uber got kicked out.
Yeah.
Well, they tried. They got kicked out. I mean, How long? So you can not do that, but how long can you go with ignoring? How many billion people do they have over there?
I don't know. Well, they're up to 1.2 billion now.
That's a big TAM to ignore. Eventually, the shareholders will demand their blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the expense of risk, right? I mean, there's a big risk there. So.
Yeah, or it's got to be. Yeah, I don't know what a good compromise is here, because they get notified of the bug, but they won't be provided proof of concept code or the exact signature until the hour before it's supposed to launch. I don't know what the compromise is here.
But if they eventually get the code, they are going to crack it. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's today, tomorrow, or next year, right? I mean,
they will.
They will.
The patch will be out in the wild already. Is the thing? Yeah. The timeline of this was the SharePoint bug was disclosed to MAPP participants. All of a sudden, China started popping all these SharePoint servers, and then the patch went live. So it wasn't a true 0 day because Microsoft knew about it. There was a patch, but it wasn't available yet. So it's like a 0.5 day because it wasn't an end day either.
Wow.
Scott, you're being awfully quiet. Are you being controlled by the People's Republic of China right now?
He's got a CCP officer behind him. That's why his background's blurred.
I'm just AI sitting over here acting like I'm on the Zoom, right?
Yeah, this MAPP program really is like a circle of trust because Microsoft is disclosing all these unpatched bugs to people, and that's why it's hard to get in. It's hard to stay in, and it should be. It should be highly vetted because this exact problem can happen.
How soon until
it's funny.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say that, it's funny because we were kind of alluding to the fact that many companies are hiring people who are, secretly actually working for these countries, right? They're on the take at some point. And they're probably going to end up getting this information in one way or another, right? They're just making it a little bit more difficult. Not like, hey, here it is. But they're still going to have other channels to get this information, right?
It's layers, Scott. Layers.
Just
like an ogre.
And onions.
Like an onion?
Yeah.
We're imposing cost.
Onion and an ogre. They're all the same.
This is like blocking porn in UK, and then all of a sudden VPNs become like the number one technology, right?
Yeah, it was like the top 10 apps in the App Store are all VPN apps.
Was that Texas? Arizona? Is that right?
No, UK. The entire country of the UK. They had their
entire country,
Child Safety Act or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys
Governor Abnett's doing?
Shane Gillis said that he was in Texas, and he's he went to take care of business. And he's like, oh man, they block adult content there. He's like, oh, I heard you can find that kind of content on Reddit. So he was I think he said he downloaded Reddit, logged back in, and it was the first post he saw was Shane Gillis sucks. He's like, well, that killed the mood.
They're imposing costs, Brian.
Yeah, the imposing costs. Just thinking back, like Microsoft, they're still around, whatever. But I think it was somebody was like saying OpenAI is going to eventually just come out with like their own browser, right? And then and then I think it was Glenn was like, remember when I said that we're gonna like browsers will be the OS of the future? And I was like, riveting, Glenn. Like, I think, isn't that what Chrome OS is? But
well, it's all going to be agentic, right? So then the browser will just go to the site you wanted before you even think of it, right?
It knows.
It already happens right now. Don't you get your ads already? What are you talking
about? It's like pre-crime.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's just legitimate identity theft.
Yeah.
Would you guys use
Anthropic was trying to build a browser. They might have already. Anthropic or Perplexity is one of those. Like, they are also trying to launch a browser.
It's so funny. Like, every time I talk to someone, everyone else is like, "Oh, ChatGPT. Haven't you heard of Logan?" I'm like, "No, what the hell's Logan?" Like, there's so many different ones that are out there, and I don't even know if Logan's even a real one, but
I'm sure it is.
We should start a company and build a browser. Oh wait.
The PEBCAK browser.
The PEBCAK browser. We'll just fork Chrome like everyone else does.
No, we'll do Gecko. That's the better one.
Opera. Let's go back.
I want some Netscape, baby.
Well, Opera is based off of Chromium now. I don't know if you knew that. So.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Then Firefox.
Opera is still around.
Netscape, isn't it?
Firefox isn't right. Firefox is still.
That's built off Netscape.
It's Mozilla. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Mozilla, if you browse Firefox, I think the user agent string still contains like Netscape in it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's still Google under the covers, right? I mean, I think they fund at least 80% of their budget.
Yeah.
From what though? Do you know what
search.
they fund from? Search, right? So they're
ad revenue.
Yeah, ad revenue. And so even then, DuckDuckGo, same thing. Like all ad revenue is from Google on them. So even though they say there's privacy in there, it really isn't.
They give you the illusion of privacy, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe they don't report who you are. Maybe they don't give enough information about who you are, but they do report what it is you're doing. So
there are identifiers being used. So I actually worked for a marketing company that was beating the whole cookie, the third-party cookies problem that Apple shut down.
Yeah.
They were already implementing that technology to defeat that in 2018. So, I mean, you're just like, how long has the cookie tracking been blocked? What, like 5 years, 4 years, something like that?
Yeah, we had the do not track for a while, but
and how does that work for you?
No website honors that thing. It was supposed to be an RFC standard, and
but there's still ways they can tie identity to signatures coming from devices.
Yeah, they'll take like the extensions that you have installed, the screen resolution, the fonts you have installed.
They're fingerprinting all the devices basically.
Yeah,
even if you have private relay turned on your phone, no such luck. Or your device.
Yeah.
You come to my house though, and the private relay doesn't work. Everyone asks why.
Let me guess.
Block of the DNS.
Do you ask them
man.
Yeah. You don't ask them to SSL or install a certificate too on their device.
Yeah, TLS inspect them.
I've got my own self-signed route that I run on my guest Wi-Fi, so then they get the pop-up. You get this little nice lion image on their screen. It's pretty cool. You have to go sign and hit the little accept before you can even get on my guest Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, and that's why no one visits you, Scott. Like, I'll just stick to LTE.
If you came to my house, you'd be cooked. There's like literally no service here. Like the power went out because we had a haboob. I think there was two of them, haboobies. Anyways, no power. No, whatever. I go outside, like I can't even make a phone call. Like it is like all the time. I have no voice, no data. It's like a dark spot, like right where I'm at. Like it's horrible.
You should get a landline in case there's an emergency.
Let's just switch carriers. Yeah.
What's funny is like, so you're right. I mean, you should check out Verizon, but I got AT&T. One of my kids has T-Mobile. Same thing. It's just like this abyss. Like it's where cell phone and data connections just go to die. There's no connectivity here
Like
all
the
the time.
Bermuda Triangle.
There's a fix for that. You put an antenna in your window, right? And then you can like essentially use like DAS function to increase the signal.
No, dude, I'm telling you, like if I go outside and I'm like, I jump in the truck, say I'm going to this location, it's like maps can't be loaded. Like nothing. I have to
You've got
drive,
nothing
like,
even outside the house.
Yeah, even outside of
Wow.
I drive like a quarter mile down the street, and then I will get some type of connectivity.
So you need like a Yagi antenna on the side of your house, like to boost from a distance.
He needs to complain to the carrier and have them install a cow or something like that in that area.
So
Sounds like he's got a
Or just get
blackout area.
Starlink. Have Starlink as your backup.
Yeah.
That's a good
just
idea.
don't-
But here,
Just don't live in BFE.
I'm not,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like right by like the airport. So this is what AT&T told me, is that they triangulate coverage, and where I'm at, by the way, it's full bars, like it's maxed out. And they say that when you have like this weird anomaly in which you have these 3 towers, that there's a significant amount of overlap, it just becomes a dead spot. I'm like, why though? Like, can't you guys fix that? I'm like, I don't understand.
It's a paradox.
You have too much signal.
It's
Yeah, too much signal,
flooded
yeah.
now.
This radiation poisoning, yeah, at this point. I was wondering why these bumps were growing on my face. Now I know.
It's like, does your popcorn mysteriously start popping in the bag without
Yeah.
heat?
Maybe not popcorn, but every time I wake up in the morning and I get up to take a piss, it's like the last 15 seconds of microwave popcorn. Just pop, pop, pop. All my joints just making noise.
Oh boy.
One day you'll get to be this age and you'll feel the pain.
Oh, I'm sure.
Getting old sucks, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Getting old sucks, but being bald is worse, right? So
Yeah. You and your full head of hair. You son of a gun. At least I can grow a beard.
So I wear a hat to hide it. I've got mine's thinning on top.
So what's better, a beard or hair on top of your head?
I don't want a beard on top of my head.
And I don't want a toupee on my face. So
It'd be better to be bald than you can grow the epic beard.
It reminds me of, what was it, Johnny Knoxville, when they did the joke with shaving the and then they glued him to the guy.
Oh, that's
So
so
you
gross.
found out later.
That's so gross.
Then the lady shaving, he's like, somebody has crabs here.
I tried to show my 3 older kids years ago, maybe like 4 years ago, like the first Jackass movie. And one of my daughters, she's like, I feel like I can't be here. I feel like there's so much wrong, and I'm just gonna go upstairs. Like this is just I can't. I was like, no, it's funny. They get hurt and they do dumb things. She's like, no, Dad, I don't like it.
I can only take it about 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Then I just gotta. I can watch it, and then I'm like, no, and then I'm like, okay, I'll continue later on.
You're missing out. It's hilarious.
Wow.
There's another one that's out. I haven't
Not
seen
for
it yet,
everyone.
They're up to like 4.5 or 3.5 now, aren't they? Or
Yeah,
something
they tried to
that.
like introduce the next generation people, and I don't think it really stuck.
Yeah.
There's oh, by the way, I've been trying to watch The Boys. I'm still on I think I'm on season 2. Should I just give up? I'm like halfway through and I can't get into this thing.
Great show. Keep going.
What?
Keep
It's
going?
worth it. It's worth it. It's a great show. The one on Prime.
Okay, I
Yeah,
will do it then.
It's a great show.
All right, I'll try. I can't even
The
get past the
juice
first
is
episode.
worth the squeeze.
All right.
I guarantee it.
All right, good. Glad you said that. I was getting ready to throw up. I mean, throw in the towel.
All right, for our second topic, we have another Microsoft in China story where Microsoft employed people in mainland China to manage U.S. Department of Defense systems. Microsoft's DoD cloud was supposed to only be operated by U.S. citizens, but Microsoft found a clever way around that requirement. They hired third-party contractors to manage the systems, and they had a U.S. citizen, quote, escort the third-party access, something like a digital Sherpa. What could possibly go wrong?
That breaks all kinds of laws, right? I mean, that's,
You would think. They said
If
it was in
you-
the contract, so
if you're
whoever at Microsoft
proctoring a
Legal
session-
signed off on this. Yeah.
yeah,
I say if you're proctoring a session and you don't know what the person's doing, then are you proctoring the session?
yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I just happen to sell a solution that does session proctoring, ushering, and recording. So
ProPublica, who broke the story on a tip from reporter Laura Loomer, stated that the digital escorts, quote, lacked the technical capability to determine if the Chinese contractors were doing anything malicious and trusted them not to do anything bad. After all, these digital escorts are being paid between $18 and $25 an hour, so you could definitely trust them to do a good job.
What's the fine for this?
When you say digital escort, I can think of something like an OnlyFans account, not this.
like someone was shoulder surfing, or someone was actually watching what they were doing through some type of video emulation program.
I think it was
session monitoring, right?
Right. I think it's like the Chinese contractors were not allowed to have hands on keyboards, so they would relay it to the American and say, just type in these commands and it'll fix it. And they just like blindly type in these commands. Yeah.
Run this script.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's what that means. Or it could have been that these contracts were allowed in and these people just watched the session to make sure they weren't doing anything wrong, even though they had no technical capability to figure out if they were doing anything wrong.
I don't know about you, but I could have swore that law stated that it had to be U.S. citizens, not by proctor. It had to be a live person. And if they found a way around it, did they find it, or did they actually find a loophole, or did they just accidentally stumble into this because...
Where there's a will, there's a way, right? There's money and economics behind it.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
So then can you trust your vendor? That's the next question, right?
Well, you're supposed to be able to trust Microsoft, right? I mean, come on.
We live in a zero trust world. We're supposed to have zero trust, right? Some point you got to trust something. We were just talking about this with a customer the other day. At some point you got to trust something, right?
Well, you
where
trust
do you draw
the
that
three
line?
things that back those things up, right? You trust the user.
Hey, at 47, never trust a fart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Scott? Never.
Especially a wild one, because you don't know if it's wet or dry.
Yeah, exactly. Why is Laura Loomer... I just interrupted you, Glenn. I'm so sorry. Go.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Let's go.
No, finish your thought. Mine's just dumb. I'm trying to know.
I forgot it already. Let's go.
Laura Loomer is who? Like, I thought she was like a MAGA person or something, right?
She's a reporter. Yeah. Somehow, she got a tip or something, and she learned that these Chinese actors were inside her DoD systems, and asked someone to look into it. And they're like, "Yeah, this is actually a big deal."
Look at her diversifying her credibility, reporting. All right, let's go. Like I knew the name. I thought maybe I heard her on like Rogan or something, but she's never been on there. So she must be like a YouTube reel, right? Of controversy.
Yeah, I think she posts a lot on X, and she's a reporter, but yeah, she tends to lean right, I will say. But somehow she blew the lid off the story.
Now let's take a guess. How many other companies are actually doing this way, but just haven't been caught yet?
I'm sure everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
At some point, because I'm sure, like in the Microsoft contract, it's to the DoD. It says like U.S. personnel will handle all the inputs in the system, and then that's their workaround. They find someone else, farm out the work, and just say, "Tell me what to do, and I'll do it."
That's like hiring a third party to do your job for you, right? While you go and play golf or whatever.
Exactly.
It's the opposite, though, right? I mean, normally, like the way I've seen this before is, let's say I get paid $100K a year for a company, and I go farm out some development work that I'm supposed to go do for pennies on the dollar. Let's say I paid $100 for it, and then I get credit for it. In this case, they're hiring someone that has no knowledge other than the fact that they have a
U.S. passport.
A U.S. passport.
That's the one requirement.
And the guy on the other side is the experienced one, that with the person that's doing the input has no knowledge of what it is they're actually doing. So
it's like using a cutout. I think that's the word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Using a cutout.
Dumb proxy, I guess.
Yeah, a heartbeat, a credit score, a passport, and you know how to copy paste, like $25 an hour.
Sign me up. My gosh. That way I don't do anything.
And I'm sure Microsoft is billing the DoD like $500 an hour or something for that.
No kidding, because it's FedRAMP.
You're probably writing an AI agent to do it for you, so then you can farm out the farm out work.
Just coming full circle now.
Brian's thinking. What's going on?
Nope, I'm just writing an email. I have no comments on that.
Yeah, well, the DoD ended this practice. Microsoft agreed to change the terms of this, so it's good It's good to
No
shine a
fine.
light on this.
No fun.
I don't know about fines. We'll see. We'll see if there's any fines or penalties because it might have
But
been.
anybody go to jail? Like,
Might have been
forget
their
fines.
MSA.
Like, jail's a little bit more of a penalty, right?
Was there anything malicious that happened after that? I mean, did they find it?
We don't know. We don't know.
Mm,
I'm sure we'll
Fallout
have to,
is TBD.
yeah, they're probably still going to do some instant response and audit the systems now. Sure, on Microsoft's dime because they did this underhandedly. I do blame Microsoft for this one. Like, you should have known better.
all right.
Or
We're just
they're
dumping
dumping-
on. As the kids say, we're just dunking on Microsoft today.
Well, it just happens they had a
It's easy to do.
pair of unfavorable stories. Well, the MAPP one, I guess, I can't really blame Microsoft for the MAPP one because it is a good program. We participate in this program, and that allows us to protect our customers at 12 midnight on Patch Tuesday. It's the CCP that has this mandatory disclosure program that says if you're in China, you find a bug, you have to report to the government before you report to the vendor. And that's probably how they got caught up in this. For third topic, Scott, you spent some time in the financial sector, and I have to say, for the amount of bank fraud out there, we're actually making some progress to fight that fraud. New restrictions on outgoing wire transfers to new accounts help prevent a hacked account from getting their account drained. But undeterred hackers are looking for a new way to monetize stolen bank and stock brokerages accounts. Enter the pump and dump scam. The tactic made famous in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, where institutions buy massive amounts of penny stocks. These are stocks with prices typically under $10, often under $1.
That's not a penny.
The hackers breach multiple victims' stock brokerage accounts, liquidate all the stock holdings, and then buy only that one penny stock. The resulting buy volume causes the stock price to shoot way up, and then the institution sells the stock at a massive profit. The sell causes the price to plummet, leaving the victims with nothing and requires no outbound wire transfers, which we stated are getting more restrictive.
This sounds like the wrong kind of autopilot. I don't want to sign up for that one.
The pump and dump autopilot.
It's like reverse Kramer.
Yeah. The one thing that kind of stood out to me was every stock trade is recorded. It has to go through a licensed broker, so you could find out pretty quickly who did what. But if they have some way of laundering this money and getting the money out, then they've figured it out.
At that point, they're not really laundering the money. They're just using it to create demand, right? Which adjusts the price.
Yeah, but then when you see an institution have a massive sell order at a huge profit, like, you know they were the ones responsible for this. It's no accident that says, I happened to buy tons of the stock, it went up, and I just happened to sell it. Like,
this is when you need an MFA trigger.
Yeah.
You need an MFA trigger, right? 502 key in order to do a wire or to do a trade. It should be a requirement. Yeah,
I think that might be the next thing, because since outbound wire transfers are getting more restrictive now, it should be if you sell order over a certain amount and you sell order more than 50% of your portfolio, you have to have some kind of additional verification.
I'm going to say what I always say about stuff like this. If I don't understand, it's stupid. I don't get it. This is stupid.
It's like the, if you remember the movie, it was the one with Bane. That was Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. It's like a reverse Bane, right? Because in Dark Knight Rising, Bane breaks into the stock exchange, buys all these put options in Bruce Wayne's name, then they all expire, so they make him broke, basically. But it's the opposite of that. You would think, like I said, there's a record of every transaction. They could just reverse everything, not allow them to profit off it. But people are still doing it, so it's got to be profitable.
It's no different. I won't say it. Politicians being able to buy and sell trade stocks, so I'll leave it at that.
Hey, I follow the Pelosi tracker, man. It's
So
making
you've
me
made
some money.
Pelosi tracker is quite profitable. Yeah, it's all public record. You can just follow it. You can hate it, but you can also make money off it too.
Yeah.
You can't beat it, join it, right?
Exactly.
I guess so.
How about I beat them and enjoy it? So
What?
he said, "Can't beat them, join them." I said, "How about we beat them and enjoy it instead?"
Enjoy it at the same time. I know that's what I thought I heard you say. I think you enjoy just beating people. So
The podcast does not co-sign on that one. That's a Brian only opinion.
All right, boys, killing me here.
My opinions are my own and not those of my employer.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely,
Without
that is true.
disclaimer. But it also goes to show that some of the restrictions they're putting in place are becoming effective, and now they're having to find new and better, clever ways of monetizing these stolen credentials. So I had that happen to somebody I know, where they broke into their account, liquidated some stuff, and then tried to outbound wire transfer, but they got stopped at that point because they added a new bank account, and that's where the fraud alert came up, because that's suspicious activity.
And my brother-in-law just had an interesting one, and I was trying to figure out what the scam was. Someone bought on eBay a toaster oven. It was like some Williams Sonoma, like fancy super premium thing, right? And they were waiting for delivery, and I guess it had been like a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden this charge shows up on his card, and they realized that somebody was placing an order, it showed up on their account, not on their credit card, but on their Williams Sonoma account. The order shows up to be delivered to this person that was getting scammed on eBay, right? And
like a drop ship type thing.
Yeah, they were drop shipping out of Williams Sonoma to this person, but using a stolen account to do it.
Yeah.
Right. It was really interesting. So my brother-in-law found the person and called them and be like, "Why are you ordering stuff on my wife's account?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" And then he's got all mad at him.
eBay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Wait a second, I'm waiting on an order from eBay." And then they were like backtracking and looking at the timing and realized that it was a scam, right?
Yeah.
So it's crazy what they can do with stolen accounts.
Yeah, I got my Chipotle account hacked once, and then someone just started ordering lots of Chipotle, and I didn't realize it until one of the stores called me and said, "Did you just order $100 worth of Chipotle?" And it's clear across the country. I'm like, "No, that's not me." And then
did they have a credit card auto charge your account? Or?
Yeah, because I had a credit card saved.
Oh, wow.
And that was back before I had
Chris is an idiot. You guys hear that?
Real-time alerts. Well, now
Chris.
The restaurants got better too, because even if you have the account saved, you still have to type in the three numbers on the back. So
did they guess your password as Taco Tuesday?
I heart Taco Bell for my Chipotle account. Yeah. I got
what predictable password were you using, man? I don't understand.
I wanted to say this was
Doesn't
probably
sound like
before
you at
I
all.
used a password manager. I'm trying to think of how long. This was quite a while ago, so I think it was before I used the password manager. But it has not happened to me since I started using a password manager and different passwords in every website.
We had an incident where there were attackers that were basically stealing and reusing rewards points from Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh yeah, Dunkin' points.
They had no encryption on the point of sale where they did their account validation, so you could basically steal points and move them from one account to another and then reuse them. So they were monetizing it somehow. We don't know exactly how they monetized it, but by moving them via accounts, they were able to collect tons of points.
The new one now, have you guys heard, is that they're actually the thieves are stealing the gift cards and then applying a number to them, and then when you put them back, they'll put them back, and then when you go buy that gift card that's tied to that number, it's already got an account that's open to it. It's already been registered.
And they drain it, right? As soon as you pay for it, activated, they drain it right away.
Pretty crazy.
That happened. Good, Brian.
I'd say my previous life, that happened to a hotel chain that they had. Somehow they have the ability to take your hotel points, and then you can redeem them from Amazon gift cards. And as soon as they figured that out in the dark web, it was, or I don't know if it was dark or web,
over.
But it was game over. All the points were gone everywhere. They were just
Everybody's account was owned.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I frequently read that. Like, I know Target's a big one, and Apple and Google, those are big ones. Like, people will put not fake gift cards, but gift cards where they have the pin. They'll reseal it so it looks brand new, and they'll put it on the shelf. And then some unsuspecting person comes along, they buy it, they put $100 on it, and they have a script that checks it. It's like, is this card active? Yes, it's active, and then steal the money. And as soon as you activate it, then the money's gone. So what they do now at Target, they got a little bit more clever, I guess. So you have a gift card and you have a pin. The two are completely independent. It's a sticker. So when you go to pay, they grab a gift card, like a random gift card, they grab a random pin, and they only tie the two together at the point of sale. So there's no way anyone could predict or...
That's across the hundreds of gift cards that they have, or just Target-specific gift cards?
Just Target-specific. So yeah, so if you still buy an iTunes card or whatever, you're still susceptible to getting scammed online for that. But yeah, that gift card fraud is no joke.
I buy mine the safe way on eBay, so...
Yeah, we had a system that was generating AWS reward like the reward certificates, and attackers figured out they could intercept that in the back end on the application and then go immediately drain those certificates.
Yeah.
It was another fun one.
The one a long time ago, maybe 10, 15 years ago, where there was a guy sitting at a gas station. He says, "Hey, I've got a gift card on this for Chevron or wherever. I'll give it to you. It's like $25 worth of gas if you give me $20." Because the guy says, "I don't need the thing," and I'm like, "Well, no. Why would I give you that when you're just gonna walk off?" And I never understood that one, where he would sit there, fill your car up with $25 of gas if you give him $20 of cash. So
stolen gift card or stolen credit
stolen
card.
gift card. Yeah, he's just trying to turn it into cash, right?
He's just trying to launder the money.
Yeah.
Good job, Glenn. Accomplice to money laundering.
Well, it's 20% off, 20% off gas, right? I'm just kidding. I didn't do it. So
I still tell my wife about the trick you told me about the event parking, because we went to an event parking and they're like, credit card only, and my wife's like, why would they there's a cash price. I think cash was like $50 and credit card was like $30 or something. Like, isn't it the other way? Isn't credit supposed to be higher? I'm like, no, this is the Glenn special.
Yeah.
So when you pay by credit, it's $30, but you slip the guy a 20 and it says, "How much for me?" And you slip the guy a 20. He's like, "All right, you're good. You go in." Like, that's the Glenn special.
Hey.
All right, for our last topic, it'll be a rotating topic every week. This week, we're going to talk about things we grew up with but no longer exist. I was watching the cinematic masterpiece Con Air the other day, and in the end, spoiler alert, when the plane lands on the Las Vegas Strip, you see all the slot machines just spewing out coins. And I told my wife, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't exist anymore. Like, today at the slot machine, you're playing a video game. It gives you a little slip of paper. Like, you don't hear that clang, clang, clang. You don't get that dopamine hit from the coins clanging anymore. So it got me thinking, like, well, what else doesn't exist anymore that, when things that we grew up with?
The wall phone with the extendedly long cord, right? Like, sit in the kitchen and everybody had to like talk on the phone around everybody else. You couldn't be in private.
Yeah, you had to step over the phone and not trip on it.
Voice calls. People pretty much aren't doing voice calls anymore. Like,
yeah, the only people
down,
that
right?
It's
call
the
my phone are
anymore,
scammers.
Right?
Yeah.
Here we are. We're all on video. It's like the Jetsons.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sort of ancillarily.
Me and Glenn don't have our moms anymore. Thanks for bringing that up, Chris.
I was going to say ancillarily, sort of related to that, are how everyone complains today. Like, there's the fee, everything's a fee, convenience fee, this, and the fee on that, resort fee, cleaning fee, everything like that. But I remember back in the day where we got just nickel and dime, like with all those fees, long distance calls. Like when you called from the house phone, like you had to use a calling card, or you'd have to like sign up with MCI. It's 5 cents a minute. Sign up with AT&T. We're 2 cents a minute.
Do you remember there was an ad campaign around that where the guy's wife has a baby, so he calls the family and he calls collect. You remember that?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, hi, it's Bob. We had a baby eats a boy."
Yeah.
Hang up. Do you accept the charges? No. Who was that? It's Bob. They had a baby. It's a boy.
It's a boy. Yeah.
Do you guys ever remember calling like the operator to say had someone to talk to? Because you're like, hey, what are you doing?
You were that lonely, right?
I was the only lonely one. Damn it.
Do you guys remember like doing the party line where I would call you, Brian, you would call Chris would call Scott.
Conference. We'd
Yeah.
three-way in. Yeah.
Oh no, it'd be more than that. We'd have like 12 people on that line.
But yeah, each
Never did that.
because any single person could only have two other people on the line. So you have like a phone tree.
Yeah.
And you'd subsequently three-way people in until you had a party line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have Zoom.
Old school. And it used to be $0.10 a minute just to call the next county. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
And it was
because it's considered long distance.
and it was a $3 connection fee for just picking up. So all those answering machines out there that picked up when I was calling from Germany for 25 cents a minute. So I every time I'd call my then my then girlfriend, now wife, I'd call it, and by the third ring I would hang up
If she didn't pick
answer.
up, yeah, right. If she didn't pick up, just hang up, and then you don't get charged.
Yeah.
You guys remember
Yeah.
Squiggle Vision?
I do not remember Squiggle Vision.
Squiggle Vision.
Yeah, it's like you'd watch TV or like MTV or pay-per-view movies on TV, but it would be all
it'd be
squiggly.
blurred. Yeah,
You could
yeah.
hear it, but you couldn't see it. And every once in a while, you catch like a boob or something. It was really good.
The old Skinamax.
I remember they sold these boxes. They were called descramblers that would descramble the signal without a fee.
I had the
Well, if you-
schematics for one.
If you
I had
knew
one
how
of
they did that, right? They put limiters in on the line. You go find the physical box, you could remove them.
Just take them out. Yeah.
Oh. I remember it was like $100, best $100 ever spent. Free cable forever.
Yeah.
How about leaded gas? I don't see leaded gas
Nope.
anymore.
Okay, I'm not that old, Glenn. I'm old enough to remember payphones. I'm not old enough to remember leaded gas.
When I started driving, it was 59 cents a gallon.
There's a book, Murderville, something like that. This lady did like a correlation to like lead connected to serial killers back in the 60s and 70s. And like, sure enough, every one of these, like, correlation is not causation, but it was kind of an interesting thing. It's like Ted Bundy grew up in this area. They tested the ground that he played at. It was like tons of lead. Like, it was like, the idea is that lead poisoning causes some people to turn psychotic and to murder.
That's
Lead
kind of
and
like some
paint,
kind
too.
of freakonomics type thing. So, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, lead in paint, lead in gasoline. And sort of related to the phone thing, there was when you had your cell phone, there was mobile to mobile. So mobile to mobile, as long as they were on the same carrier, might have been free or discounted. There was off peak and on
Friends and
peak
family.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Glenn. You know, when I had to call my then girlfriend at the time, I had to wait until after 8 p.m. because then you get off peak
No,
minutes.
you get it wrong. Call me after 9. No minutes on my phone. That's what we would say. It wasn't 8 o'clock. It was 9.
Okay, 9 o'clock then.
I remember having one of the first alphanumeric pagers back in the day.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
People
It was
were
cool
like-
until you were
it
on
was
call.
like-
And then you're like, budge. Man.
Yeah, it was initially cool, and then
server's
I
down.
remember I was still in school at the time, but I had a job that I carried a pager for, and I would get pages and it'd be in like a class meeting or whatever, and people would look at me like, "Did the mothership call you?" Like people would make fun of me.
Yeah. I remember I was stuck in a contract one time, either at Sprint or Verizon, and you had mobile to mobile, but anything mobile to anything else, it was charged. So I guess they wouldn't let me cancel early, or I couldn't cancel early. So what I did was I had my phone call my wife's phone, and I just left them both plugged in, wired for 30 days straight. It was funny. I thought it was
Dang.
hilarious. So
That was actually good. Good job, man.
Malicious compliance.
yeah.
That'll show them.
Where was the phone?
I
Did you
remember-
mute it? You probably
The
couldn't
what?
mute. Where was the phone? Did you put it in the bathroom?
No, I just put them right next to each other. So, yeah, it was on the kitchen shelf, just calling each other for 30 days straight. For however long I had the contract left over for. Yeah.
Did I tell you about going to the restroom at SKO and there was a guy like in the
Talking
stall
on the
next to
phone.
me on the phone, like on speakerphone with his girlfriend.
Doesn't that bug you? Like, that's kind of gross. I think that's gross.
Well, no, I made it real gross, and I'm so mad I didn't record it. I sat down and I destroyed it, and then it got quiet, and she's like, "Are you taking a beep?"
I was just in the airport Monday, and a guy took a business call.
He took off the speakerphone like that.
I literally just heard a guy take a business call in the bathroom in Houston. And I'm like, what are you doing? After about 2 minutes, the guy's finally like, okay, let me call you back. And I'm like, that's a good move.
Snapping necks and cashing checks, buddy.
Wash your hands.
Yeah. Make
sure you definitely wash your hands.
Yeah. Internet by the hour. Remember the AOL CDs that says give your friend 100 free hours? Like, that's something we take for granted.
That is officially just retired, right?
AOL,
dial-up is gone.
Dial-up.
The dial-up is gone.
Yeah, you're right. Dial-up is gone.
You guys miss that noise?
No.
There's some
when the internet screamed at you?
Yeah.
There's someone pick up the phone and kick you off the internet.
Oh, yeah. You're in the middle of like some huge download, and then somebody picks the phone up, and you're like, I can't continue my download.
You were downloading music. We know how you roll, buddy.
Music, right?
Do you guys remember a service where you would buy like 3 books at regular price and they would send you 10?
Oh, that was like the Columbia.
Oh, the Columbia Records Club.
The Columbia Records Club. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And it was tapes. Then it was CDs.
Yeah. I don't know I don't know what the business model behind that was, but I'm sure it was very profitable.
That predated that was probably encyclopedias and dictionaries. You guys remember that?
Oh, the door-to-door salesman.
Door-to-door salesman, yeah.
So, sorry, Scott.
Think of all the outdated tech there. That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
There.
Everyone has it in their pocket. All right, last item I have here. Bridge toll takers. That's a thing of the past. Now everything's pay by plate now.
You don't have that problem, Brian.
I remember back when the toll tags were just starting to become a thing. And so you'd have more people kind of flying through the booths, right? Because they had the tag. And then there was that one guy that had to stop to throw change and about got rear-ended multiple times.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I remember you have to just drive around with, dollar bills in your center console because
the bridge over here, it used to be 40 cents, and my cousins, I wasn't driving yet, my cousins would throw like, 15 pennies at it, and it would just go ding.
Just overwhelm them.
Yeah, just overwhelm.
It's a buffer overflow. That was
exactly. So,
it was tail dropping or head of line blocking, whatever you want to call it.
I used to crack up. I'm like, that was 40. That was just a bunch of pennies. He goes, it doesn't care. It works either way.
Well, we continue to get great comments about our dad joke of the week.
Dad joke of the week.
This week, our guest Scott is up.
All right.
Scott,
what does Snoop Dogg call it? What does Snoop Dogg call it when his video game freezes? Glitch.
That's a good one.
Say it one more time without me interrupting.
What does Snoop Dogg call it when his video game freezes? Glitch.
Even better the second time. That was good job, buddy.
Wow. Good job.
All right, to wrap things up, Microsoft is closing its circle of trust. Microsoft allowed the CCP into the DoD cloud. Hackers are now doing pump and dump scams, and long-lived slot machines that dispense coins. That's all I have for this week. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. You can find us on LinkedIn. Links will be in the description. Follow us on Instagram at PEBCAK Podcast. Thank you to our listeners and subscribers. Rate us 5 stars on the iTunes Store and Spotify, and left us a review. We appreciate you all spreading the word to help grow the show. Best way to find us is search for the PEBCAK Podcast on your favorite podcast listening app. My co-hosts Brian Deitch and Glenn Medina, and our guest Scott Savage. I'm Chris Louie. Thanks for listening. We'll see you all next week, and as always, have a nice day.
Catch me on Signal. How about that? And stop.
Have a nice day.